Hey, this video is to help you with the CPC and doing all the memorization for it using sign hints that should help you because they definitely helped me remember everything. So here we go. So we didn't do them for the main tenets like confidentiality, professionalism, like the point O's, but we did it for the point 1, point 2, and all of those. So for 1.1, then we did only one. So it was share info as needed only, the educational team, hiring entities, and supervisors. So 1.1 with the one handshake. Okay, for 1.2, manage invoices and records by locking or shredding. We did shred, and so I did it by using like a 2 handshake and doing the shred. So that helped me remember it was number 2. Okay, 1.3 is political. Inform consumer if the law requires disclosure of confidential information. So I did political. So I did it with like a 3, but it was also a P. So political. For professionalism, 2.1, we did the sign discriminate was the point 1. So we know that this is in relation to professionalism. So everything fell under that. 1 was to discriminate. Or the other way you could do it was like do it like the skin don't like type one. So it's like the 2 handshake with the L, 2.1 discriminate, or you can do discriminate. So that was provide service without prejudice. And then 2.2, or that would be prejudice, could be. 2.2 would be assess. So it was that both of them were 2s to assess the situation and make adjustments as needed. 2.3, render the message faithfully, correct errors discreetly. So we did it with signing. So it was 3, 3, 3. So it was the 2.3. Okay. Request was with the 4s. So 2.4, request support when needed, cognitive disabilities, foreign sign language, emerging language ability, or lack of formal instruction. So we did it with 4s, like request. Okay, 2.5 was advice, refrain from providing counsel, advice, or personal opinions because that would be not professional. So we use the sign advice, which is a 5 handshake, advice. 2.6 is referral, provide information or referral as needed. So we did it with a 6. Referral is 2.6. Okay, 3.0 is conduct. So 3.1, we did discuss. So consult with appropriate persons and make adaptations as needed. So that was the 1 handshake to discuss it. That would be the conduct. Okay, 3.2 conduct would be to withdrawal. So we use 2s to withdrawal. So decline job if not competent or able. 3.3, if there was a conflict, we use 3s, avoid conflicting roles. And 3.4, be willing to comply with the established workplace codes of conduct. 3.5 was the 5 handshakes for clothes, unobtrusive manner, care and attire. 3.6, we did the sign wine, so no drugs or alcohol. 3.7 was to announce. We did it with 7s. Disclose conflicts of interest. 3.8, we did avoid conflicts of interest, like if you're going away from it. So avoid conflicts of interest if you are interpreting. 3.9, the 9 was the benefit, and it is refrain from using confidential info for personal, monetary, or professional gain. So this is benefit for yourself, like to put it in your own pocket, it's your benefit. 3.10 was the benefit of others. So we have the 10 handshake where it's others, refrain from using confidential information for the benefit of others. So 4.0 is all respect for consumers. So 4.1 was to consider. So consider consumer requests for interpretation versus transliteration. 4.2 was professionalism, with the 2 handshake, professionalism. Approach consumer with a professional demeanor. Okay, 4.3, we did permission. Obtain consent of consumer to bring an intern. 4.4, we did interaction. Facilitate communication access, support full interaction, and independence of the consumer. 5.0 is all about respect for colleagues. So 5.1, it's appropriate. So maintain civility toward all colleagues, interns, and students. 5.2, it's the 2 of us. We're cooperating with team members, consulting before the assignment, offering assistance when you are the support for the team. 5.3 is approach colleagues privately to resolve conflict, file a formal grievance only after all attempts have failed. So we did like a SCAR. So, if someone doesn't go to you privately and they just take it to your superior, that's going to be definitely one of those memorable experiences you don't want to experience again. 5.4 is to encourage, assist and encourage others, Share info and mentor. So that's to encourage with 4s. You want to encourage each other, so you know it falls under the category for respect for colleagues. And then 5.5, if you're going to obtain consent from colleague before bringing intern. Business practices is 6.0. So 1 would be to represent. You accurately represent qualifications. So 2, we did the H and the 2 for honor professional commitments and not give back a job just because something else came up or something better. 6.3, we did to cause, like to promote, and we used 3s and like a P like for promote. So to promote or cause conditions of effective communication, and if you're unable to, then to inform the consumer and remedy or fix it. 6.4, we did traffic. So inform parties if you're late or unable to fulfill the assignment. 6.5 is to disconnect. So that's with your 5s. So to disconnect, reserve the right to discontinue services if not safe, healthy, or conducive to interpreting. 6.6 we did to flatter, so refrain from harassment or coercion. And 6.7, that's your pro bono, you're free with 7s, okay? So free, pro bono, in a fair, reasonable manner. 6.8 is to charge fair and reasonable prices. Then for professional development, you only have 2 in that category. So 7.1, there's an entire giant list of all the things to do that you can increase your skills, your knowledge through education, workshops, mentoring, conferences, independent study, and community events. So we did the 1 was pointing to each of the items to remember. It was a really long list. And last but not least, we did the 7.2, 2 handshake with the L, the law. So keep abreast of laws, policies, rules, and regulations affecting the profession. Keep it up.